Second day of work complete. First day of the gym after work. Unfortunately, in my dad's truck, not unfortunately about the truck, but because my Jeep is in the shop. I forget what my dad exactly said, but it was something with coolant and oil. So it was like the engine cooler, but it wasn't the engine cooler. I don't know. Something with engine fluid, or my brain is shot from the day. This is not a good sign. That's all right. Coolant and oil, have to do an oil change, have to replace a bunch of parts, a lot of money. Love the Jeep, love the look of it. Unfortunately, after upgrading it / lifting it and things like that, and then now that it's been a bunch of thousands of miles on it, it's not doing too well overall. Hopefully this is the last thing for a while and it'll be somewhat reliable. If we tried to sell it, we probably wouldn't get the money back for that we put into it / or just it's just not a very good sellable car right now. So we'll see how that goes, but focus on the good things. Good day of work, or a decent day of work. Been pretty busy. There's like a little bit of downtime here and there, mainly just where I have time to kind of read up on like the textbook of physics, trying to like redo some like harmonics, springs, just general physics, kinetic energy, potential energy, conservation of energy. There's a lot more. It's ultrasonics, so just trying to review / remember and learn about the principles that I need going forward. It's a little overwhelming in terms of the amount of material. It's not that each material necessarily is extremely hard, it's just the combination of it all is a little much. But definitely been pretty shot. Yesterday I was very tired. Today I think I could make it to the gym, so having my pre-workout now, hopefully it doesn't keep me up. I'm gonna try to have it finished by 6 o'clock. It's 5:55 now, so by 6 o'clock I'll have my pre-workout done. Hopefully by 10 o'clock tonight I'll be able to sleep in 4 hours from now. If I can't, I'm gonna have to know that I'm gonna have to get some stim free workout or hit the gym in the morning. But I've been getting up early at like 7:15 to get to work at 8:15 so that I could like shower, get ready, get a sandwich if I need to in the morning from the general store, and then hit work. And I've been kind of getting a sandwich, you kind of rush, but if you were to get up at 7:15 no sandwich, it would be pretty easy to get there on time. But yeah, just in the rat race, as my brother said. Shout out Liam and Robbie, entering the rat race. Just a cog in the wheel, but gonna hit a good gym sesh, legs. perfect first day after work. Gym sesh, gonna hit quad dominant legs. I'm honestly the most worried about how crowded it is. It's like 6 o'clock, it's gonna be packed in there. I might try to squat today. It just really depends on how the racks are. Definitely gonna, if not pendulum squat, I'm probably just gonna do less movements, more or heavier sets. I'm gonna try to get it done pretty quickly. Going in at 6, I'm gonna try to be leaving by 7:30. We'll see if I do my 30 minutes of cardio after. That would make it 8. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'll be pretty tired. Don't really feel guilty not doing it today. I gotta build my way back into that. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'll have volleyball anyway, so I feel like my lifting is more important than the cardio, even though cardio is extremely important as well. Not too much to say there. I don't want to keep rambling. My brain is not the most productive with thoughts right now, so let me just chug this pre-workout, get in there, and hopefully find a non-crowded area. See you in there. All right. Genuinely a brutal day. I forgot that I cleaned out this bag, and I took out my headphones. Not just one, but all 3 of my headphones. I have 1 and then 2 backup pairs. I brought my actual headphones to work. The other 2 are charging. Was in a rush, didn't bring them. So today is not only going to be the first leg day after work, this is going to be my first leg day in the last 6 months without headphones. Usually I would even just drive home and get new ones, but no time today. So we're just gonna hit a musicless leg day, and we're gonna enjoy it anyway. So let's get after it. I didn't really have time to stretch either. I saw this rack open, and I said, screw it. So we're just gonna warm up light and hope it doesn't kill me.
The knees definitely feel a little crunchy from sitting all day. I noticed that not just today, but yesterday. My knees were hurting a little, and I had no idea why because I didn't do anything. I think it's just from not moving around as much. I think this is going to be a brutal day. But doesn't mean we can't have a good workout. Let's see how this goes. Not too much weight, but I bet you it'll still feel pretty heavy. I really wish this fire was wider so I could put my hands further apart. All right. Ugh. The shoulders do not love that. I don't have enough flexibility. Let's see how this feels. We're all 145 action. All right, not too bad. I might come back to that for a working set. Kind of just want to go a little heavier first, but that'll be a good for burn. Maybe I'll just do a couple working sets of lower weights and then do like pendulum for the actual weight. My knees don't feel love in it. I almost put 4 on one side and 2 on the other. Brain is not braining. All right, so what is this, 195? Try to get a couple good reps. Probably will be like 2, maybe 3, maybe 1. See how it feels. Maybe a little heavier. Maybe. All right, we're just going to go for 1 rep. A singular rep. I move the bars in case I fail. This is the most I've ever tried to squat. I'm really gone and push myself on the squat. Feeling okay today. Kind of got to pee, so I might just do this for 1 rep to pee and then see what I'm feeling after that. Let's see if I hit it. Not too bad. I really like to try to stay upright, but when I push harder, I have the tendency to lean forward a little, which I think is pretty natural. So I don't want to fight it, but it definitely strains my lower back.
You want to go say hello?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I'll see you around. I'll come stop by whenever I get done with this.
Okay, I have 2 more things to do. It's
Word.
quick one today.
Hell yeah.
You good, man?
Thank you. You
Job's
as
going
well.
so that's good.
Yeah. No, it's decent. We'll see. Check in a month. We'll see how it is.
All right, man.
All right, I'll catch you. I low-key feel like I could have gotten it. I didn't push hard enough. I gave up. I felt it. I don't know if you saw that. I'm devastated about that. I really feel like I had it in me. It was like past the hard portion. I guess that was my sticking point, but I really think I could have gotten that if I just like mentally pushed a little harder. I always feel like on these heavy lifts, I like doubt myself mid rep, and I don't just like push it for that extra 2 seconds. Like it would have been like it would have been a perfect PR, but it would have. I have a feeling it would have went up. So it's okay. Keep it in the back of my head. Mind. I did want to fail. I said it before the rep, so I guess I don't. It's just good. It's good to kind of push yourself. So I'm thinking in about a month I'll be able to hit that pretty decent. So we'll get there. Let's see if I can even do 275. I'm a little cooked right now. I'm a little tired, but I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just drop it again. So yeah, let's see if my squat is the same as my bench. Trying too much. All right, probably let's go down to 145. Kill myself with reps, and then go over and do pendulum squat. All right, no rest. I'm pissed at myself for missing those two. I probably didn't give myself enough time of rest. So it is what it is. I don't squat enough. It's been probably like 10 days, 14 days since I squatted. So I like that though, because now I'm not ready to failure. It's 2 times where I've been able to consistently drop it down. Yeah, my knees and my thighs are definitely cooked. Probably shouldn't have tried that second PR. All right, let's just get 10. I don't give a fail. All right. I'm done with squats with no music. None of this. All right, the squat press is taken, and so is the pendulum. I'm gonna attempt to do this again. It's been quite a bit of time since I've tried this. Try to untangle this shit. Jesus Christ, who the fuck did this? They're not very adjustable. Not very nice of them. You don't need 2 chains to get that shit working. Wait, did they not? Oh, brutal. They left it down. Can I hook it up? No, I can't. Whoever used this last was not very nice. There we go. Whoever did that is. How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna fail, unclip, and then not put it back up? Jesus. I can adjust that a little. I can go a little lower. See how this goes. Alright, finally. Pretty good set. We'll do another. Obviously, the further out you clip it, the easier it is for the moment arm. But I'm going to go further out because it also changes the direction it's coming from. I'm trying to do more squats, not hamstrings. But I'm not sure which way is which. Alright, I'm actually a big fan of this. I feel like my lower back, I mean, obviously you want to work on the lower back if it's a weak point. But I wouldn't say it's just a weak point. I would just say my biomechanics make it a weak point. So this is nice because it loads on the hips. It doesn't feel super comfortable in terms of the pinch points. So I could wear a sweatshirt if I needed to, but it's not that bad. If I did 3 plates, I would need a sweatshirt. But for this, it's not too bad. So I feel like I'm cheating a little with my arms. Still feels good though. All right, I'm all done with this. Let me go hit something else. All right, I'm pretty happy with today's workout so far. Gotta be pretty content with it. I've gone pretty hard. No complaints. The only thing is I'm probably gonna do extra movement after this. I'm not sure what to do. I'm already pretty cooked. So we'll see what I do. Maybe hamstrings, but I don't know. It could just be a 3-movement day. It could happen. I wouldn't put it past the possibility. Maybe I'll do some. Maybe I'll do some groin. Quads are definitely cooked. Oh, I just needed that one to warm up the leg extension. The knees don't feel great. Just do 2 more sets of this, hard intensity, and maybe see if there's a hamstring or adductor to use. Oh, my mind is shot. All right, let's get 2 more sets. That was a good break for me. I kind of needed that. My legs were hurting. All right, 1 more set. I'll probably keep the weight. I got one, but that guy said he was going to jump in with me. You could probably jump in with him, I don't think you'll mind, but I just got one more. Sure, I started this. I did. All right, last set here. Also, it's going to keep going. Hamstring curl before it's taken. All right, I'm too tired to keep it going. Keep lying on hamstring curl before it's taken. I usually used to like the sitting hamstring curl, and I still do like it, but this one's just been getting my attention recently. I'm not gonna argue with it. 125, we'll see how that goes. Usually that might be a little light, but I'm a little tired. All right, let's go a little heavier. Do 2 more sets of that. I'll be honest, that 3 quad movements, killer. I went pretty hard on them, especially obviously the squats. I went to failure. I think I could have gotten at least the 275, but I hit the 275 too close to the 295 in terms of time, and the 295 alone kind of burnt me out with like my max force. I'm still mad at myself for not pushing like the extra. Like even if I failed it, if I just tried for an extra like even just 2 seconds, like 1, 2, I would have been more proud of myself. But it was kind of the same thing when I tried the 405 for the first time deadlift. I just kind of give up when I feel like it's too much, which I guess isn't a bad safety mechanism. You're going to tear something, but I genuinely think I would have been okay. I could have gotten it, but it's all right. Use that for fuel for next time. All right, one more of this. Well, maybe I'll just do 5 minutes on the incline treadmill just to get moving and then be done. Or I take it back. I might try to snag the calf machine. Completely forgot about calves. I do have volleyball tomorrow though, so maybe not. Oh, you good? All right, shout out my brother on this one. The calf machine is taken, so I'm gonna do some single legs, like you were saying. So see how this goes. Use this for balance. Definitely would help to have a wall like we had before, and so I'm not all the way up here, but would be better for balance, to be honest. I'm not too high, so if I fall, I can just tap my foot like that. Maybe I should go to 25 instead. My calf can handle it. It's more of the balance. All right, let's switch. Don't go too fast. Five each. Let's do that one more time. And then if the calf machine's open, we'll go snag it. Could have gone up to a wall, I guess. For more stability. Oh, it's actually easier when I use the opposite arm. So I use my leg for stability. Yeah, that's where I was messing up. That feels good, I have to say. Definitely not doing it perfect because of stability, but it does feel good. All right. My 4 movement day just turned to a 5, and then it's 5.5 if you count the other calf and rudder day. But it's all right. I prefer it that way anyway. See how this goes. We'll do one more set of that. Last set, and we finish the break. We'll probably go up to the max, to be honest, but I got volleyball tomorrow. I'm not trying to make it so I can't jump. I'm sure they would recover enough to be able to play, but I'd rather be able to play like well, so or decent. Call it a day. Let's check the time and then maybe some treadmill.
Okay, pretty good workout, pretty decent, good leg day. Obviously failed the heavier squat. The most I've probably ever tried to squat was probably 245, which I hit today for 3, if I'm correct. But I always knew that I wasn't going too heavy. It's heavy, it's still heavy. Like, I gotta have perspective, it's still heavy. But I feel like I was never pushing myself to the limits. I was more learning the squat. And I would argue I'm still learning the squat. I still need to work on that drive, the movement. I think it would benefit me to get squat shoes. Right now I'm using the flat bottom shoes of the Otishis and then putting the wedges under. I think I could save a lot of room in my bag and also just be better with the stability by having set squat shoes. So I got to invest in that. I'll probably wait till after Christmas. If I don't get them for Christmas, I'll just use some of my money from the new job to get squat shoes because that's really important, I think. Probably pretty stupid to go from the most I've ever tried on the squat, 245, to jump to 295. Kind of very stupid. However, I knew it wasn't out of the realm. It's just not the smartest to do. I got warm. I tried it. Looking back, I wasn't that close. I was at the sticking point, so I think if I got above that, it would have finished out pretty easily. So I guess I was somewhat close. I would say 50-50 close. I don't know. I wasn't all the way there, but I was closer than I probably would want, or not would want. Closer than maybe I'm giving myself. At first I was like, I'm close, and then I was like, yeah, I wasn't, but I think I was. I really just didn't push the extra motivation. I didn't have that extra oomph. As soon as I felt like in my head I had doubt, I'm like, it's not going up, I gave up. I didn't have the in my head like, no, it's going, which it was still slowly moving. I just gave up, and I felt it, and I gave up, and I was mad at myself immediately. So based on that, I could have pushed harder. I didn't give myself enough rest, and then I hit the 275 and did the same thing. And I kind of had that doubt in my head already, and I fried my legs from just doing that maximum force. So I already said this in the video. I'm repeating myself. I'm just kind of running it through my head again. I think it's coming soon. I'm going to say by summertime, by the end of April, by May 1st, I want to hit 315 squat. I think it's doable. That was 295 there, and I was close. 315 is only 20 more pounds. That is still a lot. But for squatting, I feel like it's more of a form for me. I should be able to squat more than I bench by like a semi-significant portion. So if I just keep working on my deadlifts, keep working on my squats, I think by May 1st, 315 is not crazy. I think it's pretty doable. So let's just keep that in the back of the mind. I'll kind of mark that in my my charts. But I think I could get it. But maybe by like the end of January, I want to hit that 295. So I'll give myself a month to hit what I just failed. I got to start not jumping up so severely. Next time I hit leg day, in I guess 8 days, I got to, I'll hit leg day before that, but not squats. Next time I hit squats, I'm going to try to do 265. Not even 275, just 265. See how that feels. And if I fail that, then I'll have a better idea of where I'm at. I'll try to warm up good. I'll try to make sure it's an optimal day for that, and I'll see how 265 feels. And if that goes good, then I'll have a better idea of where I'm at, maybe 275. But regardless, the concept's there. I got to start a little lower. I can't just jump from 245 all the way up. I got to build slowly, see how my body accepts it. But the fact that I did jump up so significantly, and I didn't just crumble, I didn't hit the bottom and then just fail at the bottom. I pushed, I felt it going up, and then I gave up. So I really think it's more of a mental drive than the physical. It obviously still is physical, but the mental battles of the human body are more than people give credit. People's like, you see the video of that guy who squats, he does a couple reps and then he hits failure, and then he has the electrodes on him and they shock him and his muscles jump. I mean, that's very bad because that's close to injury. But the concept that your muscles are capable of it if you just fire your muscles harder is, I guess, somewhat there. Maybe that's not super scientific, but I think the concept is, you get what I'm saying. So we'll push for that for next time, or not for next time. We'll keep the idea of it. I'll try to be a little bit more Tom Platz, kind of court the squat, kind of, it's more of a squatting ritual, kind of get my feet set, get ready. And then by the new year, hopefully I'll have squatting shoes, so that'll help with kind of when I back up, I'm not aiming for my feet like to be in a specific spot. I can kind of just back up to what's comfortable and go for it. So good leg day, especially for no music, for having a full day of work, getting up at 7:15, and now it's 7:45, so 12 and a half hours later. Gonna go home. My mom made chicken meatballs. Super blessed to have my mom be able to cook meals for me. It saves a lot of time. I would hate to have to get home right now and then have to cook, or have had to like cook a little bit before and then have meal preps and stuff. Very nice to have a hot meal ready for me when I get home. I'll have to make sure to thank her for that. And then moving forward, I'm just gonna get home. I'm gonna shower, and I'm probably gonna watch the most recent One Piece episode and go to bed. I've been trying to watch it as I go to bed, but my Crunchyroll, my TV is not working. So I think I'm gonna give up on the TV today. Maybe I'll sort through my my boxes and find my Amazon Fire Stick and plug that in. But I don't even know if I have enough energy to do that. I think I'll just watch it on my iPad. But regardless, gonna get home, eat, shower, One Piece, sleep. New day tomorrow. Back and by tomorrow. That should be a little bit of a better day, and I will not forget my headphones. I'll make sure of it. And if I do, I'm an idiot. We'll end it on that. I think today might be day 31. So congrats to me on a month of videos. Congrats to me on day 2 of the job. You got to celebrate yourself when you have the chance. I don't always like to celebrate the things I do. Sometimes it's easier to be like, oh, I did it, so it must not be that hard. But it's not easy to start the grind. So I'm proud of myself for keeping it going, but at the job I really have to buckle down. I mean, I have been buckling down the last 2 days, but I got to make sure I keep that going, keep my mindset. There's a lot to learn. It's a little bit scary. Even like the head engineer was like, "Oh yeah, the physics is pretty easy. There's no calculus," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. It is easy, but it is many concepts, like many 5 or 6 chapters that I have to review from that I did in like a combination of high school and the beginning of college, which they're not that hard individually, like I said, but when you add all the variables, like the various Greek alphabet with like the W for angular momentum and things like that, it just gets to be a lot where it's just hard to remember all the variables. So might have to print out a variable cheat sheet to kind of help myself, and maybe I'm kind of assuming it's going to be a little bit harder because obviously when you get to the problem where you have to actually do the angular momentum problems, you can just look it up again. It's not like you're being quizzed on a test. It's work. You're supposed to be able to make sure you're doing it right. So you can always go back and reference the textbook. So just got to review. I just really want to be confident in what I'm doing. I want to make sure I understand each chapter well, be confident in what I'm saying, and therefore be able to go in and help design and help sell and just everything related to the job. So moving on, I will see you tomorrow. End video.